Shemai Friendiai, and welcome back to my channel. My name is CaitlinAnwyn for anyone who's new here, and let's get into another speed build. And this is going to be the first eco lifestyle speed build I'm doing. I was super excited to be building shipping containers, and then I seen this shipping container and I was like, what is this? Like, why is it so empty? So this was the thing that needed to be fixed first. It just had to be done. It's just empty. Like, upstairs just had a sofa. Just looking out the window. So I've completely changed it and deleted just one whole shipping container. That didn't even look like a shipping container. It was too wide. It did not match the debug ones behind it. I've changed this into a tier 2 tiny home now. But this is the only bit that is really another pack. So I've used the tiny living feature, but other than that, I'm just using base game and eco lifestyle for this renovation. And I really like all the new windows that give like new dimensions into the builds. Like those triangle ones are so cool. They just look really odd from the inside. Like the window frame doesn't really render probably when you're on the inside of the build, so just be aware of that. But I wanted to go really industrial with this build because it's in Port Promise. It's supposed to be like the industrial part of town, so I wanted to pick all of the industrial buffs. So like the industrial wallpapers and stuff, and I had to put my favorite color in there, didn't I? So I picked a pink and like minty green shipping container. There's not really those colors around as well, so they look quite unique. But I find playing in Port Promise, the town just immediately gets greener as you play, and you don't really have to do anything. So I wanted to make sure that the buildings were industrial, so they've got all of the industrial buffs on them instead of like eco stuff, because it makes it way too easy to get the town clean. So I wanted to make it more industrial, but I guess you could like put more generators and stuff in as you go along or as you play, just to make it more industrial. I also wanted to make this a starter home, so it's less than 20k, but just because it's industrial doesn't mean that they don't get a little garden. So I want to put like a little fake grass garden underneath the shipping container because it's all tarmacked, but the tiling is really expensive, so I just went with floor paint. But like, what was going on with the terrain paint on this lot? Like, it doesn't really make sense why it's all painted like that, because when you come in it's all tiled, so I don't really understand why they painted it like that. It looks kind of strange, but it's all one color now at least. But it is off the grid, so you kind of need the generators, and it also has the reduce and recycle trait, so I guess you could play this either way. You could get rid of the generators and get some green energy items. I just wanted to make this more industrial because it's shipping containers, it's kind of industrial. And I love these roof items, like they're so cool. I love all the swatches and it looks really industrial as well. I just wish we could size down the columns. I can't remember whether we were able to do it before they changed the column mechanic, or we've never been able to size down columns, but I just wish they could shrink a little bit to match in with everything. Took me ages to find something that suited those that roof, but the roof was too wide, so it needed to be sized down. But the debug shipping containers are quite similar to the size that I did for the build, so I was quite happy with that. They look quite similar. And then I kind of made a fake tiny house next to this tiny house because I found the lot was like really empty. It's quite a big lot, so you could expand quite a lot with this one. So I just kind of pretended there was a a neighboring shipping container house, so it just looks a little bit more full. When you go through that little menu to tick what pack you'd like to see, you can also go through like styles in that little menu. I don't even know what it's called. And I scrolled through it and there's no like industrial style or like eco style, which is kind of frustrating when you're trying to just build something that's really industrial. But like obviously with like Get to Work, it was like a really industrial style objects as well, so why wouldn't we have that option to tick whether you wanted it like that industrial or eco? I wish they added that feature in so you could just select that and not have to go through everything. Like this is a massive feature of this pack, is either industrial style or eco style, and it does affect your gameplay. Like if your house is super industrial, your Sims are gonna cough basically. So like why wouldn't they add that in? It doesn't really seem like they've changed those options since base game was released, but that would be a nice feature. But I liked using the windowsills from these windows as sources of light, because this is off the grid. I can't just put ceiling lights in because there are no ceiling lights for base game and eco living. So see me like going through all of the wallpapers and all of the floorings, trying to find anything that has an industrial footprint, and it's just so tedious. This took me such a long time just to like find things that were industrial. But you have got a little fridge, so you can have some quick meals in your little fridge, and then if you wanted to have like a more hearty meal, I put a barbecue in the little garden with fake grass. I think I'm going for the fake grass anyway. It's on concrete, so I highly doubt it would probably grow, so it's got to be fake, hasn't it? And then the little fake grass area is going to be a cute little dining area for your Sims, so you either like cook a barbecue and sit out there, or have your like nice little quick meal from your fridge and sit out in the garden. It's got to be nice when it's like nice weather, but if you're having a really industrial town, it might have acid rain, so it's lucky it's under the one shipping container and it is shielded a little bit. I love that shelving unit. It looks like it's coming out of the windowsill. It looks so cool over there. This pack does go really nicely with tiny living, especially because we got ladders with there. I completely missed the ladders in my reaction video as well. I was like going through Twitter afterwards and I was like, oh, I totally missed that. Never mind. It's probably be nice to go through all of your tiny builds now and switch the stairs to the ladders. It's so nice just to have like a one tile space. But then upstairs obviously is going to be the bedroom and the bathroom, and this window is absolutely gorgeous. It brings some really nice light through onto the bed. I really enjoyed that. And I brought the minty colour from the outside of the shipping container inside for like the curtains and the side tables. And then I wanted to use more of the windowsills, or utilise more of the windowsill space in this build. So I popped some nice plants up on the windowsill and it looks so nice from outside. It looks really cute because you can see the like flowers in the window. I used to do this with the bay windows from Cats and Dogs, and I always really liked the style of it, so it looks really cute. Some really nice shadows. When you got a tiny house, you got to utilize the space you have, really, haven't you? You don't want to clutter it too much because otherwise those Sims aren't going to be going nowhere. But I have play tested this, and Sims can use all of the items in this build, obviously. I just realised that the telly wasn't off the grid, so I had to change that. You'd think it would be, like you could crank it or something. But I think it would work with the generator. I just took it out and popped a fireplace in because the fireplace was more industrial anyway. If you've got this pack, what sort of playstyle are you going for? Are you going for the fully eco route and trying to save Evergreen Harbour? Or are you trying to make it all gross and dirty? I kind of wanted to see whether you could actually make it more industrial, because I've only really played for like an hour and a half and I'm pretty much almost to the neutral rating already, so this is why I wanted to make this like kind of more industrial, so Port Promise doesn't just clean up itself. I kind of want to make it a little harder. But yes, this is the final build. I think it really makes it look like you've got a neighbor with the debug shipping containers. It's quite nice. It kind of fills out the space a bit more. And this is definitely not as empty as the EA shipping container anyway. It feels a lot homier, but I kind of like making my builds feel like they're actually lived in and not like a showroom. I think my favorite part is the flowers on the windowsill upstairs. But I'm gonna end this off here. Let me know in the comments what sort of styles you've been going for with eco lifestyle. I definitely wanted to go the industrial route for this, but I think it'd be interesting to see how this build would turn out if I wanted to change it to more of an eco build. I don't think you can really use the shipping container wallpaper if you wanted an eco build though, because that's definitely got an industrial footprint. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button, and if you haven't already and you would like to, it would mean a lot to me if you could subscribe and hit the bell to be notified whenever I upload a new video. I upload on Tuesdays, Thursdays and Saturdays. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye!